This man is going to end up in the old man Mojo Dojo Casa house. He had an affair, he moved in with his affair partner, and he blew up his family. The thing is, people act like when you cheat, you're just cheating on your spouse or your girlfriend or whatnot. And you're not. You're cheating on the whole family. You're blowing up the whole family, and there will, excuse me, there will be repercussions in that. So this girl, and this is a girl, she's 16, she says, am I the a-hole for telling my dad's affair partner wife that I don't care about her and her kids' needs and well-being? You're absolutely not the a-hole because you didn't ask to be part of that family. As a child, you had no choice but to go along, even though your dad is the one that decided that he wanted to go over there and do your mom dirty. Let's go ahead and look at her post though. She says, 2 years ago, my mom found out dad was cheating on her and he moved in with his affair partner and her kids. Both dad and the affair partner, she's calling her Martha, were married. Martha has 2 young kids with her ex-husband, supposedly, and dad has me, his 16-year-old daughter, and my brothers who are 20, 22, and 25. My brothers refused to have anything more to do with dad after the affair, but because I was 14, I didn't get the choice. My parents' divorce took over a year, and my dad and Martha have been married for a little under a year already. Martha's ex-husband doesn't want anything to do with their kids, so they're with Martha and dad all the time. I do what I can to be outside the house when it's dad's parenting time. He notices and complains, but I told him I'm not playing happy family with his affair partner wife. Dad tells me not to call Martha that, and Martha has yelled at me in the past few months for using that term because she's afraid her kids will hear. I told them I don't care and I don't have respect for them. I tell Dad all the time he let me down and he destroyed our family and he hurt us all. He says it shouldn't hurt me and my brothers and that he doesn't care if he hurts my mom because she's so boring that nobody should be stuck with her. I always tell him I can't wait for Martha to cheat on him. Oh my goodness. My dad has to pay a certain percentage of all activities I am a part of. Martha feels like it's unfair because I do so many and it takes money from their household. So she told me I need to do one or two things and not all the things because her kids have needs and so does she, and their well-being needs to be maintained. I told her I don't care about their needs or well-being because they're not my problem. She said, you're supposed to care about your family, how your family is doing. And I told her the affair partner wife of my cheating father will never be my real family. And she could be homeless on the street for all I care. Dad told me I have no right to talk that way to anyone. And Martha has tried to be nice to me, but I won't even be civil with him. I told him if he wants a civil household, he should let go of his parenting time. I told him I'm done at 18 regardless, but he's the one punishing Martha's kids and Martha by forcing me to be here. He told me it doesn't give me the right to say I don't care about the well being of a mom with 2 kids. Am I the a hole? You're absolutely not the a hole. And like she said at the very end, if her dad didn't force her to be in a situation that she didn't want to be in, she wouldn't be saying these things. Stop making her come around. Build your happy little family with your affair partner and her kids, and just forget about these first set of kids. The sons don't want anything to do with him, and he like this girl says in the comments, he's just delaying the inevitable. He is making her even more pissed. He's not giving her the opportunity and space to heal from all of this because he keeps making her be in this. He's just plugging her into this family that she doesn't want to be a part of. She was 14 years old when all of this happened. She saw it go down. She was old enough to be able to form her own opinions on this. So it's not that she shouldn't be hurt. Of course she's hurt. Her whole life got turned upside down, all because her daddy didn't have any discipline. I know and understand that people divorce and people have the right to divorce. You shouldn't be stuck with anybody, but you can go about it differently than this. You can choose to break up, do divorce, and then start a new relationship versus having affairs and cheating on your spouse. Let's get into some of these comments. Form Successful says, not the a-hole. It always amazes me that parents can be this dumb. And then the OP says, oh my God, I know. He's only delaying the inevitable. So this man blew up his family and he has basically lost his children. He spent a couple of decades raising children, and now he has lost them because he couldn't have any kind of discipline. Disastrous Day says, not the a-hole. You don't owe those people anything. Arrow says, refuse to go. No court is going to try and force parenting time on a 16-year-old. And the OP says, they do force it. Mom could lose custody of me if I refuse to go. I only might get some say at 17, but otherwise it's 18. I Ate Another Vegan says, were you asked about your preferences during the custody hearing? At 16, most judges would fully comply with the child's wishes unless something really messed up was going on. And then New Introduction says, yeah, usually isn't it at 14 as well when the kids can choose what parents they want to go with? And then I Ate Another Vegan says, no actual age. Is case to case at judge's discretion. And then New Introduction says, thanks. But the OP says, no, I was not asked. And my mom's lawyer and another lawyer she checked with said the judges would not listen to me under the age of 17. And even then, it's not a guarantee. Arrow Eagle says, you must not be in the U.S. then. Courts are meant to take the best interest, and forcing a 16-year-old is really never that. Not to mention, by the time you even get in front of a judge, you would probably be 17. People act like they know what courts are doing. Courts are not here for the best interest. Sometimes courts are mean. Sometimes courts just want to say, here's a certain amount of time. I'm going to give these people a certain amount of time and these people a certain amount of time. Sometimes it's not about what the kids say at all. But here's the OP saying, I am in the U.S., but my courts believe the best interest means a split custody until 18 is best and equal contact with both parents. My mom's lawyer said each state varies and judges can make it even more difficult because some believe they know what's right. And then Toasted Marsh says, different states have different laws. Some states truly hold one parent legally responsible for their 16 or 17-year-old children refusing to go to the other parent's house. It's stupid, but it's true. Random Redditor says, not the a-hole, your situation sucks, I'm sorry. Try to get somehow through all this and move out as soon as possible. And I circled this because the OP says, I'll move out for good as soon as I can. Then dad won't ever see me again. He has destroyed his family to the point where his daughter is already planning on going no contact just as soon as she can. This is definitely the consequences of his own behaviors. And we just talked about that a couple of days ago, where a mom was like, I am not rescuing him. I am not going to be the hero and make these kids like their dad after he cheated. This is what happens, and this is what they deserve. Cheaters deserve nothing. Like I said before, I do understand that divorces happen, but cheaters deserve absolutely nothing. There's a way to go about being in a relationship that ends. You can co-parent better if you end it better than this, and he did not do this. And so now his daughter has said, he won't see me again. She said that her 3 brothers don't talk to him. He has earned this, and hopefully no one rescues him from the consequences of his behavior. Mandy says, not the a-hole. I would say try to be decent to your step siblings because they're just as much victims as you are. But as for Martha and your dad, they chose this. You don't owe them anything. I think I might actually be signing up for every extracurricular I could think of by this point. LOL. But that would impact her mother's bottom line as well. So her mother is now basically a single mother. She should not be just signing up for everything because she said dad has to pay a percentage, not dad has to pay it all. Let me know what you think about this. I believe strongly that you make people feel the consequences and the fallout of their actions. Do not let cheaters get away with it. Cheaters are liars and liars suck. Let me know what you think. Join the conversation, like, comment, and share.